So weird. I was about to say hello, darlings, then, and I definitely would not want to do that because that's Josie London's siren call, isn't it? I've just been watching her weirdly, and yeah, she's a great young woman. I never really watched her before, and God, she works hard. I am telling you, she works really hard. Now that I just have a little glimpse of what being a YouTuber is, she's highly productive, incredible. You know, take my hat off. Anyway, okay, so that's a Josie London promotional video over. I think she's got like 500,000 followers or something, so she certainly doesn't need me, right? But anyway, this is what is happening today. So a friend is coming over for supper tonight, and it is unbelievably hot today, like unbelievably hot. So I'm just going to do gazpacho, and I've got some ciabatta and then just some sort of slightly gooey cheese, and that's basically what we're going to have. Yeah, I haven't got a pudding, but I don't think that matters. And then bring wine, and we're going to eat in the garden because it's just there's just not a breath of wind. And yeah, so what is going to happen is I'm going to make gazpacho with you now, and if any of you are keen on gazpacho, this is just a really quick and easy way to do it because I don't bother taking the skin off. You just really don't need to do that. And then I'm going to show you how I lay the table in the garden. In fact, I'm going to show you the tablecloth choices now. And the reason I will use, if I had a wooden table, I probably wouldn't bother. But it's a glass table, and weirdly, I don't know, I just don't, although I like the look of the glass table in a courtyard garden, because the garden isn't very big, so the table almost needs to sort of disappear, which it does, you sort of see through it. I don't like the feel of glass. I don't like the sound, noisy, you know. So I'm just going to show you because I've got them out, they're just here. So we have three choices really. So these are block prints. See, that's very dreamy and pretty, which is, let me show you. There you go. It's pretty gorgeous, isn't it? So that's just a very sort of powdery grey blue, which is lovely. This is, I've got some of this fabric on the other little sofa. This is nicer. I mean, this is nice because it's a pop of colour. It's a slightly pinky red, and again block print. Or, and I think I am leaning towards this one. Or we go just full old French linen, which I see it, look, it needs ironing. I wouldn't even bother ironing it because it's just so old and grey, and but look at that with that's pretty lovely, isn't it? And the lilies are out in the garden, so it will be like the scent, I think particularly because the garden is walled, the scent at night is just unbelievable, and it will be like a real John, what's that painting called? Lilies in the Garden or something? Is it John Sargent? I can't remember. Somebody Sargent anyway. And it's, yeah, so it will be like that hopefully. Anyway, so, right, I'm just going to move these flowers, gorgeous as you are, not very practical. Let's put those, yeah, just there. Right, where's my glasses? Here we go. So this is based on just a Delia recipe. So obviously you have your tomatoes, and then you have, it's meant to only be half a red pepper, but I'm going to put a whole one in because I like them. Spring onions. Oops, don't need that. A couple of garlic cloves. Now there is meant to be kind of about half a cucumber that would be sliced. No, not sliced. It would have the skin taken off because you don't want to leave the skin on, otherwise it interferes with the, the red, beautiful red colour. But I haven't got one, so I might just nip out and get one and then just put it in later. But I'm not going to let it disrupt anything right now, and I just don't want to go outside. I just don't want to go to the supermarket. So we're going to make do with what we've got. And then obviously olive oil. I haven't got any white wine vinegar. I've only got cider vinegar, so we're going to make that work. And I feel like I might need some of that as well. I did have a really good blender, but it's not working, which is super annoying. But the good thing is that it actually doesn't matter. You know, once when I was on holiday with Alice and Charlie, I remember we went to Croatia just for a week, and it was so hot there. My God, it was so hot. It was just like the most gentle holiday ever, but the place didn't have even a hand blender, so I made gazpacho. It's possible to make it literally just by hand without a blender, but I wouldn't recommend it. Anyway, so I'm just going to use a hand blender, and so I don't cover myself and the kitchen in gazpacho. I'm going to use this, which is just my wine cooler. So that will just go there like that. Yeah, so we're just going to, you see, I'm chopping them a little bit more than I normally would because I've only got a hand blender, which is just incredibly annoying. Anyway, what I'm going to do, actually, I should show you, hang on. I should show you what I do with the tomatoes. So I've just got I've got some, they just happen to have plum tomatoes at the shop. So I've got plum tomatoes and normal round tomatoes. So all I do, I don't bother with the boiling of water and yeah, I don't bother with the boiling of water and putting them in and then letting them, you know, waiting for the skin to bubble up. I don't do any of that. All I do with the tomatoes, I deseed them. So all I'm doing is just literally scooping out the seeds, putting them to one side, and then I put that bit of the tomato in. So I'm going to turn this off, and then I'm going to come back, and you can just see it when it's blended. And I will, this is, as I say, this is a Delia Smith recipe, but it's just made even, it's a very simple recipe made even more simple. I just think if you don't have to do something that's quite boring, don't do it, because life is too short. And also, I think I'm correct in saying that a lot of vitamins in, you know, fruit and veg are found just underneath the skin. So maybe you don't want to take the skin off. Extra roughage, excellent. So anyway, I am going to, I'm just going to do that for you, and then I'll be back. Okay, right, so I'm back now. So what I've done is all the ingredients, which was the tomato, should have been cucumber, but I don't have it, red pepper, spring onions, garlic, and basil, fresh basil. They are all, in there. I'm a little bit worried by how close that is to the top, but I'm just going to smoosh it all down and hope for the best. Now, I thought that I would just put in the olive oil while you're here. So we have 4 tablespoons of olive oil. And what I meant to say but didn't, because I got distracted when I was talking about Delia Smith, is that I will link the recipe in the description. And so that's 4 tablespoons. Yum, yum, yum. And then 1.5 tablespoons, and then obviously, 1.5 tablespoons of white wine vinegar, except this is cider vinegar. I quite like things to be quite, you know, edgy and rustic. Now, you're going to need a lot of salt in here for sure. But anyway, we'll do it to taste. So, let me see. Will this... These are great, these little things, aren't they? They really are. We'll see if this reaches. And of course it doesn't. Okay, so I'm going to do this, but I will switch the video off so you're not deafened. Or I'll shorten it or something. Oh wait, do you like my jeans? Sorry, I just want to say, just while I remember, just a little me tip. Sometimes you'll find in life that you buy jeans which are a different cut to your normal jeans, or you get them in the sale and you think, oh, that might be a cool look, and then you get them home and you wear them and they don't fit you properly, and you just feel they just make you sort of profoundly unhappy in every conceivable way. Make them into shorts, you see? See these? Look, flowers on them. It's really not me at all, but actually very comfortable as shorts. Let me check this in. See if I had a little belt on. Don't look at my legs, they're so wide. I'm going to fake down them tomorrow. Anyway, right. I will just do this. Okay. Right, let me show you. And we will add just a little bit of, in fact, I was about to say we will add a little bit of iced water, but actually I just add ice cubes and then of course they melt. But this is how that is looking, see, right? Oh my god, it's so delicious. It's black pepper. I meant to say put black pepper in as well, and I would put quite a lot in. God, that's so delicious. I might actually just put, not that I even think, oh, that's so lovely. This is that very rich balsamic. Actually, no, that's just a silly waste. What I'm going to do is when I serve it up, I'm going to drip some of that on the top because I think it will be delightful. Right, let me get a clean spoon, like so. And see what, and then I can see what it will taste like. It's just unbearably delicious. I can't, you see, if I was not having someone over for sups, sorry, I'm just looking for my fat straw. I'll tell you exactly what we're doing right now. I would get myself a pint glass. Do you see this fat straw? See how fat? It's one of those metal ones. And I would just drink. I would, you know, in fact, I would even use this. This could be I'd be very happy with that. Anyway, so that's basically done. You can't see. I'll tell you what I'll do. I will try and, if it feels okay to do it, because I don't kind of want to film a lot, but I will show you the gazpacho in the bowl, and I'm going to show you the table and everything, so you know, because I think I would like to see that, so I'm going to assume that you will as well. Anyway, yeah, and I'll probably put the bread, ciabatta, which I'll probably just, sorry, not ciabatta, did I say ciabatta earlier? I meant to say focaccia. I'll just put the squares of focaccia in here. And I think focaccia is very delicious with this because of the olive oil in it and the whole thing and the saltiness. Delicious, delicious. And then with the, you know, unctuous cheese. I think it's going to be fabulous. And maybe, I don't know what he'll bring, probably a really nice rosé, I would think. So yeah, anyway, so I'm going to stop this now. I've got to give the garden a little tidy up, and then I will show you. Okay, so I've just been eating some more. There's not going to be any left at this rate, but I just wanted to say the most important thing about this method of making gazpacho, and by this method I mean the method where you don't bother to take the skin off, you just deseed, is that the tomatoes can be really cold, so you don't have to wait for everything to cool down again. You are moments away from a delicious gazpacho, literally moments, because I think if you were really fast, you can probably make this easily in under 5 minutes. Oh my God, really, really easily. I mean, if you had a blender, well, I'd be interested to time myself. I reckon I could do it in 3 minutes, really easily. Might have, terrible hand injuries, but I could definitely do it. So yeah, so that's a really, really important thing, because when I used to make it the normal way, where you put the tomatoes in the boiling water and all the peel, obviously the tomatoes are warm, you have to wait, there's a lot of waiting, and then what do? Do you put in like loads of ice cubes? Well, that just waters down the whole situation. This is the way, I'm telling you, this is the way, and it's got to be better for you, because fruit and vegetable skin is good for you. Anyway, I'm getting a bit overexcited about this, but I needed to say that, because I think, in truth, that was the reason I made it that way the first time, because I literally couldn't wait. Because, Can I show you my little book? I don't use this book very often, but this is my little book that's just got loads of random recipes in it. So see, you've got the scroll there. And then sometimes I'll just write out little things like, this is a recipe for a watermelon Cosmo. God. So put glasses in freezer, 4 cups of dice, it's obviously an American recipe. So this is what it's got in it: watermelon, vodka, Cointreau, fresh lime juice, and mint sprigs for decoration. Yes, you blend the watermelon and then sieve, and then you just add all the others and you shake. Oh my God, that sounds incredible. I might actually make a phone call and request that someone buys a watermelon. Because as I say, I'm just not going out there, I'm not going to do it. Can I say, the other thing is about this house, even though I'm a bit hot, but it's not, you see, on days like this, when it's 33 degrees, this house comes into its own. I have not missed any sleep. It's just a very, very beautiful, temperate environment in here. It's because the walls are so thick, and as long as you're smart about closing curtains, so when I know the sun is coming round to a particular window, obviously in my bedroom, in fact in my bedroom I've just left the curtains closed because you don't need it, but windows open. Yeah, as long as you do that, the temperature in here just stays incredibly pleasant. However, in the winter, it's a very different story. I'm already planning my yoga situation because I can't let the cold stop me from doing the yoga. Can I say I'm really loving the yoga? I'm really, really loving the yoga. In fact, I'm enjoying it so much that I would... what's that? Just a piece of paper. That's my notebook. I just do this 10-minute thing. I'm going to link it below as well. I'm actually sticking with Adrienne for now because it's a 10-minute, I think it's 12 minutes, it's called Wake Up Yoga. And I'm going to do it every day for a month. And literally every day, so 7 days a week for a month. Because I just want to perfect the moves. Not that there are many, but I don't know, I feel really good. And the other thing I'll do, I wonder if I can show you here, is when I'm washing my face, so that's twice a day, and in my bathroom I've got like a sit-on sort of Belfast sink. I do 10 squats, so I can do it here, so I do 1 like that, so obviously 10, but then on the 11th, so I'll just finish my 10 and then go down again, and then you hold the squat for 10. Okay, that felt really painful. I think it's just maybe because I'm doing it in front of you, and that again, I can feel that my butt cheeks are activated. They just feel, I don't know, it feels better. And I do just feel really good, and just the stretches, because the other thing is, for you, like if you're, working at a computer or anything like that, with me, with the editing, with the mouse and the hunchedness, it's very bad for you. Whereas the yoga, you just stretch your body in such a massive way. I'm enjoying it far more than I thought I would. And if I can get out of doing anything that involves jumping around, maybe I could just do yoga, because the thing with yoga, maybe you don't need to do the weights as well, because yoga is very weight bearing, isn't it? You know, so even in this little 12-minute thing, you know, you do the plank for a good few seconds, you know. My arms feel, I don't know, well, they're still pretty weedy, but yeah, it just feels good. Anyway, I hope you're all okay. I hope that those of you who are in this country are not roasting too much, and those of you elsewhere, I hope that your weather is treating you as well as can be. Oh, now at the end of this video, I'm going to insert a little video of Quincy in Spain, and you will see that that little girl is extremely happy. I mean, it's a video of a dog living her very best life. And when you think she came from this terrible situation in Romania now, and obviously she spent a lot of time here in Somerset, and now she's in rural Spain, and I know it's just one dog. I know it's just one dog, but that one dog, you know, her life is wonderful, just wonderful. Anyway, I will be back when I am when I'm setting the table in the garden. But I'm going to wait for I can't, it's too hot. I'm going to wait for the sun to be gone, and then I will be back. Okay, so here's the table. I've cleaned it, and now I'm going to dress it and see what it looks like. Like you say, look at the hydrangeas. They're fabulous. Okay, here we go. Showtime. Setting the stage, okay? Or setting the scene, really, is what it is. This will go back on, but I'll take it off quickly now. Love this floppy, really floppy lemon. So I'm going to bring the 2 carver chairs. This is a really big table, so I want to have one chair here and then this to be the other chair. But I want the chairs with arms, you know, because we've got to be comfortable. So here, here's one chair, like so. So this is quite a big table for 2 people, and it feels just sort of quite big and a little bit weird. So I've got this thing, I don't even know what it is. I bought it just in a junk place, but I'm putting this on the table to kind of almost divide the table up. So this is where we'll be eating, and then this is going to have something lovely in it. So that when you're here, it just will feel kind of, I don't know, beautiful. I might just put flowers there, actually. Yeah. I've just realised I need to change where you are, because you need to see it from a different angle. I think that's definitely a better angle. You can see more there. Do you see what I mean about this thing here? I think it's going to look great. I'll show you. So yes, I've got the the flowers from the kitchen. Got another one. It's beautiful. feel like it's a moment for this. I think that would be, so that can go down. This is a genius thing. I'm sure you've all seen this or got one, but it's got a little light on it. But it's also a Bluetooth speaker, so you can have some music. Where's the light? Look, see, there's the light. So you can't really see it right now, but later on this will be perfect. I can just tuck it in behind the flowers, like here. And then it will just illuminate the lilies. Oh, God. I wish you could smell these lilies. I'm going to show you them anyway. Look. I mean, they're just, come on. It's like, come on now. And the fragrance is just incredible. Look, I'll show you over. Oh, that's pretty. I planted some scabious. I thought they were black cat, but they're obviously not. But they're gorgeous. Just in a little pot there. And then these are the lilies, and then a little tiny box ball. And I just had to show you these. Just really humble, trailing geraniums. These are particularly pretty though, aren't they? And so I put them on this kind of little coffee table out here and they'll trail over. I'm going to continue with the table, but you see you're getting a vibe already, aren't you? I can tell. It's got a vibe and it's very beautiful. Oh my goodness, I'll show you the... Hang on. Look. Now these are the teeny... Oh look, they've even got the little stalky bits on there. They're so cute. Look how tiny. About the size of my little fingernail. And there's just the table from another angle. You can't beat old, shabby, creased white linen. It's just the best, isn't it? And they are, I mean, they're just gorgeous, aren't they? Right, I'm going to get the the cutlery and glasses and what have you. So I will be right back. Okay, so these are just for the glasses, soup spoons for the gazpacho, and the napkins, just very, very natural, because I kind of just want the whole vibe to speak for itself. I don't want anything that sort of stands out. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that is what we are doing. There and now. Okay, how's that looking? It's cute. And do you see as well how putting this here has made a big table into a sort of a more intimate table for two? People messaging me. See, that's worked really well. I like that. Okay, glasses and wine glasses, and then these are the ones I just use for water. Okay, delightful little water thing. Looks like something you put on a Bunsen burner, doesn't it? I remember my American grandmother having one of these, and she would heat it up on the stove with her coffee. It would drip in. Mystery. Anyway, so that's going on the table. I think it just literally needs one thing more. So I don't have the wine anyway, that's being brought over, so that's great. Gazpacho is in the fridge. The cheese is actually, I've just taken it out of the fridge. It's so hot. It's just so hot. And I've just got one more thing for the table. Yeah. I'm just cutting some of those pink geraniums I showed you a minute ago. And I will... It's so cute. Aren't they darling? Little teeny geraniums. So they're just going to go just kind of here. And then finally, lighter. Don't be flapping around looking for a lighter for the candle. Yeah. So that's quite cute, isn't it? I'm going to show you... What do you think of this dress, by the way? It's just a... it's so nice and cool. It's just literally someone came into the shop. This was about 2 years ago. She was wearing this dress and I said, oh God, it looks... I thought, I love that dress. And she said, oh, I got it in Zara. As she was telling me, I was on my phone purchasing it. Yeah, it's just so comfortable and floaty, and I like the fact that the collar is kind of quite high, you know. Yeah, so that's it. Anyway, I'm going to show you the table in closer detail, and then yeah, see what you think. Oh my god, you know what's happened? Look, that painting. You know how it has that glow? I think they're from the lanterns, aren't they? I did not plan that at all. That's literally just happened. I love that. Anyway, so this is the table. So again, you've seen these. They're just really pretty. And with the gazpacho in here, it's going to look beautiful. And obviously I'll bring the bread and the cheese and everything out. I have to say, quite pleased with that. But you see, this is the thing in this country. You just don't get the opportunity to do stuff like this. But it is the most perfect evening. Look. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to come out here just when the light goes down a little bit more and take some photos. So I'll just take a little video so you can see. Oh, it's weird, but you know, actually doing this, very little trouble. Why don't we do this sort of thing all the time? Normally I'd be inside probably watching the 5,000th episode of Breaking Bad. I'm still loving it though. It's a fantastic show, isn't it? But no, it's really easy just to make something really nice. Although I accept this is a very idyllic evening. You know, it's got everything. It's got the stillness, it's got the hydrangeas and the lilies. It's just lovely. Anyway, that is the end of this episode, and I hope you've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed doing this video actually, and it was just sort of perfect timing on many levels. Anyway, sorry, someone's messaging me. I have got to go, but you take care, and thank you so much for watching.